Howdy folks, Josh here with the Weekend Angler, back with another Short Tip Saturday video and our second video in this Jon Boat project series. Today's video, what I'm going to be doing is replacing the worn out wheels and tires on this boat trailer. But before we can do so, we're going to have to put on hubs on the trailer axle because unfortunately they're built into these split rims. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll show you how to get the hub set up. You can do that inside your workshop, and then we're going to come back out here in the cold, get the hub put on, get the new tire mounted, and we'll be ready to get back on the road. So stick with me.
Step 1. Carefully unpack your new hub and check the parts list to make sure you're not missing any parts. Note that most hub kits do not come with a new axle nut or washer. Be sure and save yours when you remove your old hub. Step 2. Grease pack the new wheel bearings using a good quality marine grease. I prefer to use the hand method for packing bearings. I have a video explaining how to do this method. A link to that video is in the description of this video. While applying grease, go ahead and put some on the rear seal. Be sure to put a thin layer on the outer perimeter to aid installation into the hub. Step 3. Apply a small amount of grease to the inner bearing race and then install the inner wheel bearing. Place the rear seal into the hub and tap into place with a rubber mallet. You can use a block of wood and a regular hammer if you don't have a rubber mallet. Next, apply grease to the outer bearing race and install the outer bearing into the hub. Clean any leftover grease or contaminants from the trailer axle using brake cleaner and a paper shop towel. Feel for any rough spots on the trailer spindle and remove those with emery cloth prior to installing the new hub. Step 6. Carefully slide the wheel hub onto the trailer axle, making sure that the rear seal fits snugly to the seal surface. Step 7. Install the axle washer and axle nut and preload the bearings by tightening the axle nut until resistance is felt when the hub is turned by hand. Loosen the axle nut by one notch if it's a castle nut, making sure the notch lines up with the cotter pin hole in the spindle. Install the cotter pin through the hole in the spindle. Bend the top leg of the cotter pin up and over, and then bend the lower leg slightly and trim. Install the wheel on the hub and hand tighten the lug nuts. Then use a rubber mallet to install the dust cover onto the hub. With the wheel on the ground, use a torque wrench to properly tighten the lug nuts.
Alright guys, that's all I've got for this project today. We got the new hubs put on, we got the new wheels and tires. Hopefully that will allow us to go from point A to point B without having to worry about a flat. And by switching over to a standalone hub, it allows us to buy a replacement wheel and tire if we have problems out on the road. So guys, I want to thank you for watching my videos. Appreciate you sticking with me on this one. I know I didn't go into a whole lot of detail on packing the wheel bearings, but I have a video devoted specifically to that. I'll put a link to that one in the description of this video. You guys can go check that out if you want to. So guys, one more thing before I do go. I asked for a name for this boat. You guys delivered. I had a whole bunch of names that people suggested. I liked a lot of them, but one of them really stood out, and that is Drift Sock. I don't know why, but I liked it. Little bitty boat, kind of reminds me of a drift sock. So from here on out, we're going to be referring to this Jon Boat project as Project Drift Sock. And that being said, we've got a lot of projects coming up on this one as we get it ready for the water and get out and enjoy the springtime weather on some lakes that just I haven't been able to fish in quite some time. Guys, that's all I got for this one. Appreciate you sticking with me, and until next time, we'll catch you out on the water.